Viewers, itia Chumugidima District Users Network Canberra Cdun Canberra press conference ekta rakhi ase IB to laga details support ami khan sai sabo.
First of all, I would like to thank God, only through whom everything is possible. Today, I would like to spend some time to speak to you about our organization, Chumou District Users Network. We are a group of recovering addicts and alcoholics who have seen the horrors of addiction, and we believe that it is a moral duty for each and every one of the society to be able to help one another to stop this menace. Before I continue, I would like to answer some of the questions which seem to keep coming up during our conversations. And one of them is, who is an addict and what is addiction? Apart from the dictionary definition or a quick Google search, addiction is a disease, a disorder recognized by the World Health Organization and other highly regarded medical organizations. Very simply, an addict is a man or a woman whose life is controlled by the use of drugs, and alcohol is also considered a drug. The only difference is that it is regarded as socially acceptable. We are people in the grips of a continuing and progressive illness whose ends are always the same: jails, institutions, and premature death. It is a complex disease involving the physical, mental, spiritual, and social aspect of the individual. Exclusive treatment of one aspect of the disease often falls short because it's akin to concentrating on only your bedroom while the rest of your house is all fire. This disease requires the treatment of all aspects as a whole, a holistic approach, if I may. The simple fact is this: just as cancer patients go to hospitals to have a fighting chance at survival, a person with substance abuse disorder should go to a genuine rehabilitation center where they are equipped to handle unique requirements of this disease. It is not a shameful act in seeking help. It does not mean that a family is cursed if one of them has to be treated at a rehabilitation center. In fact, it is one of the hardest things any individual will have to do. What it proves is that this individual has certified in spirit and action that he or she loves their family and themselves enough to face life on life's own terms. It is an extremely difficult journey we must take to live clean and sober. No human being can assure 100% result, but one thing is 100%. You will find out exactly who you are, how strong or weak you truly are, without the false bravado or ego involved. Secondly, what are the responsibilities of a society? Society should realize that it is not about the lack of willpower or that the person is morally corrupt. It is more to do with the fact that the person is sick. This is not to excuse any of the antisocial behaviors carried out during active addiction, but to bring about awareness and highlight why addicts act the way they do. We live in a society, and therefore the laws of the lands cannot and should not be taken lightly. But realizing that the addict is suffering from a sickness reveals the true nature of what society should be: firm but compassionate. None of us are perfect, and out of sheer frustration, we may say, "I am not an addict. Why should I care? It's not my problem." Or, "Let those who have the problem deal with the problem." What we fail to realize is that this is a social disease. And since we all live in a society, it will affect you one way or another, and sooner rather than later. I am sure with just a few steps of looking forward at our own extended families, we can identify someone who suffers from addiction. That, my dear brothers and sisters, is how deeply this disease has infiltrated our society. Sadly, the solution for some ill-informed sectors of our society believe is to lock up, ostracize, or stigmatize the addict. Will the same treatment be met out to a diabetic, a mentally challenged person perhaps, a person with hypertension? I wonder. When we look at a person suffering from addiction the same way as we look at someone who is sick, the problem is demystified, accepted, and therefore taken to the logical conclusion of a systematic treatment and problem redressal. This is not to discount all the hard work already put in by the people responsible: the government departments, the healthcare professionals, NGOs, the families of addicts, including well-wishers. Some of them are the very reason the lucky few of us recovering addicts stand here before you today, and we will be forever grateful. Society will realize that most recovering addicts are amongst the most God-fearing, well-adjusted, responsible, intelligent, and creative people they will ever meet, because they know exactly what it feels like to be devoid of these qualities while they were under their influence. It is a sad story of a desperate need to be a part of a loving family, to be a productive member of society, basically to be a normal human being. And finally, a message to all my addicts who are in need. We, the members of Cdun, want to tell you, we remember the darkness that surrounds you right now. We have also lived through the never-ending screams of desperation, negative thoughts, and self-hate in our minds. We remember all the times you said, if only I had not done this, or if only they had done that, and it has left an indelible mark on each and every one of us. But by the grace of God, we are here today, my brothers and sisters. We have found a new way to live, a new way of life, which in the darkest hours you may have never thought possible. It is absolutely possible. We stand as living proof that this disease can be overcome. We will not lie. Our lives are not perfect. Some bridges have been permanently burnt, but we will spend the rest of our lives trying to be worthy of the second chance given to us. We are here to guide you and your families through the same paths that we had to painfully but rewardingly take to get where we are today. All the grace and the mercy of a loving God follows you. Do not give up. And remember, a truly valuable sword is one that has been put through intense fire and refinement. Let us be the instruments, and let God be the divine blacksmith. Thank you. Well, I'll let one of our members speak.
There is no specific reason. Now, curiosity is there, purpose is there, and the environment itself is a factor. Last time addiction was on the decline. Now, in 4 years back, now we have seen a surge in the addiction program. In the Sadu Bishu, the second wave, like Corona. Now, addiction door come to 2022 23 berapa besi one we are not looking into the reason kira addiction kira dawai kaje tu but what we can do about that na how manu se kaun ne corona patient ka do corona lagi juna tadi pegai di na what treatment we are supposed to give na awo ki paru mo kana sa tibi ne ga se ne addiction ne gusi ne thagi se do ne all the common people daga bobna de are we pabo thagre ke tharu na paru addiction is also a disease na it ne complete treatment are detox studio dai da thagi do laga no itu na ekta package nisna ekta thagi do lage itu na ago this year theme is breaking the chain prevention na treatment and recovery for na prevention to initial stage prevention na policy guru be na treatment ki dibo lage tadu mon focus hune tagi bo na kare treatment to dawa kha chade guru ne policy guru bisi bo treatment ekta lage na treatment ekta lage ja laga bisi de recovery ga ayo pare to ne ekta package ekta lage je mon bisi ba ago many people still feel that is not my problem na নিজেরা গো মন নিজেরা বাইক টান হয় নিজেরা বাচ্চা নিজেরা দাদান হওয়াটা তো মোরা প্রবলেম হয় নেগা ভাবি দে নেগা না হবো রে বিকজ একদিন তো দিস মোগানা এনভায়রনমেন্ট দি নেগা ওজ মোগানা সোসাইটি আছে একদিন আপনি ফেস করব সো বি প্রিপেয়ার্ড না এইটো ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ডে এগেইনস্ট ড্রাগ ইউজ এন্ড ইলিসিট ট্রাফিকিং হোয়াট ইজ দ্য পারপাস অফ হ্যাভিং দিস না creating awareness among the public and to garner their support na khali department para fight kine addiction program hatao gudu na palu de we need all the public support the also department so they are trying the best na we accept that we na pari kina ase itu kana itu sob raga public raga support ekta na itu take group we should not be dependent only on the department na itu administration brother what are the duties itu supply group dia tan focus kuri ase to demand generation to one focus kuri na sensitize kuri dibi ta na itu na khawar age ago kiniga ko school khande ki khande jawar age itu kan itu our as a community as a organization mukhan na to demand to hai kiniga na prevention there we should focus kuri na to mukhan ago we just want to give back what we got na and bisi manu to ko dawai kamane kita chabu na pare but is possible miracle do happen in every good nega recovery we ase na we are living proof na if you want to help if you we are ready to provide any help na you do I say we are going through the help so we know what they are going through still public stigma to be ase nobody want to admit that I have a problem I have a disease for addiction na the public business as a time let them feel free to come out that he is having that addiction problem addiction disease sickness to any accept to tanwi urauri adamu ni stigma or discrimination na is everybody problem na so I am mula bacha mula family to dawai na ko to nobody get guarantee na the public kanaga support ago tan cooperation itu kan like that not the reason behind it what we can do about the for the recovery for the treatment what we can contribute nobody want to supplement that also.
I think we'll move on to the next question.
What kind of support system does the unit currently offer to the member dealing with the addiction?
Support system, I'll take.
Key support system by
we can identify with them. That's one of the main factors that encourage and motivate them. That we have been mukani kaina ase itu saru pare ho. Because many addicts feel that they are hopeless. Society ri ai wona pare ho. Nega feel good, but we just want to prove that hope is still there. Recovery is possible. No thadam to recovery to one member we have to be 3 times in a year with the Naparin Tajide. I go Nizzi Bisa Sagane, Moy at Dava Sarigina, society that I know Paragaway. We just want to share our experience with them. That's enough to motivate, encourage them. Mugana to professional help, counseling, begin a time to motivate. Just sharing our experience with them is enough to motivate and encourage them.
Apart from that, the emotional and the counseling part of it comes into the picture. But on a more practical note, we basically, like my brother is saying, we provide emotional, not just emotional support, but actual practical ways of going about getting into recovery. Like we will connect you to rehabilitation centers if required. We will connect you to detox centers as well. We help in basically finding a path for you to be able to come out of this. Our end goal is that you become one, providing useful skills to the society. That is one important aspect of our Cdun. Now, there are a lot of complex ways in which we will be moving forward. It is not as simple as 1, 2, 3. It is definitely, it takes a lot of courage on the part of the addict and on the part of the alcoholic. It is extremely difficult, to say the least, but it is possible. Like we said, here we stand. We are people who had to go through hell and come back, and basically come back to tell you that it is possible. So whatever requirements that you have, please contact us. We are always available. We will have our pamphlets and information available in NICER, and pretty soon we will have our information available online as well. So we will let you know as soon as we have that ready. Thank you.
I just want to say something that we are having this program in 11 districts organized by the community, that is the religious community. So we want to put emphasis that we call in Thagiri Dawai Khatam Devi, we are burdened to the society, but after coming to the recovery, we are trying our best to give to the society. Our Cdun, being a new district, but they are going full force. Community can keep itu tan khusus juga saja, and I appreciate that itu karena I encourage them and I hope God will bless them in the future endeavor. Still there are so many issues that the public are still ignorant. Aji mungkin doktor kan kuan na, osti ra kiki ra kuat je. Ne, dawai caruan na pada tu osti also help kurede. Osti kari tu apni kan umise ki kurede ki no na. Is harm reduction policy itu apa? Osti kari sudah apni dawai nak kaki ni itu osti tu kaki ni apni cobi nak kuru, go pada jaga ni nak kuru harmful no hau jai. Betul? Ini kan osti center tak kuru kado. Na, ekta kuru ni jadi be tadi balik kita itu. Till now is happening like that. Nah, ini kami no lagi. Itu tu tan ignorant हुआ करने में आते हैं कि ओस्ती खाते की benefit आते की हो रहा है चारों ना पढ़े तो ताई चोसो रुमन ना बिना criminal activity से ना पता भी ना ओस्ती करेंगे तारा criminal तो activity तो बंद करो पड़े तो itu तो बिसी बात से नहीं है वो मोरा पुरे ने तो दवाई खा मना हान हो तो मोरा पुरे ने मानो खा मनो भी जाने ओस्ती तो एवं करो पड़े वो तो वो इतना benefit तो सब मनो पाओ तो ना itu bujuk lagi itu karena ini koloni kanki bi hori nori CSO kanki hori osti khado ne rock tolerate bi kuri dibi. It's not just for one individual daga bi no sob daga benefit for the naga society ta je to addiction to one group kuri to sob khusis kura sob department khusis kura je na pare se kuri to stop get ekta solution hori tangi dibi na itu osti kagan the parents kan family kan ki man duk na criminal activity na re choso bi no na harm reduction injection bi na mara ho jaye to osti kan ki be buji ne support di government na initiative ase di government initiative to just for the not for the benefit of the government na naga society naga youth kan itu tange biar rasta de criminal activity kan de no tange bachao kore fix kuri ta de injection ma de chabi pawo to वो औषधि तो खाए तो इंजेक्शन में नमले तो है आवन दे पर तो पब्लिक तो औषधि दागा भी इग्नोरेंट ना हो भी बुझी भी दो ऐसे दोन की रा बेनिफिट ऐसे ना तो रे भी कोई भी तो ना मुरा कोई नहीं ऐसे तो दवाई मानो खा मानो है बोटा हो जाओ तो नो तो इट्स सर्विंग ए पर्पस ना तो कहने ने एप्रूव करूँ वहाँ से तो कहने की ना
अच्छा Nagaland has stated especially Dimapur is the hotspot of drugs. Anya loija outlet aro anya lahoina. Itula state, especially Dimapur, rahi disburse koigina alag mainland states te bhi de koigina law enforcement agency DGP Rupin Sharma bhi koigina so. So what do you think? Apni kando inside circle kan bhi come kore and as a counselor and also manhange itu reach out kore jaga kan bhi koija OST can be, it can be soft sauce, but do you think it law enforcement agencies can be drugs yet, especially Dimapur Anya laga to a certain extent control ko parile it to decline ho nishna sana apna la hisab te hole users, especially actually sunflower ko ko it will be so do you think law enforcement agencies it to control ko parile drop ho nishna sana apni han la personal counseling manuhan ke jana jani ko la hisab hole on a very personal point of view, at the last side,
Thank you for this opportunity. According to my perception, point of view, one client can get lopado. Ta can be killed biki gure, for example, eta client aje, rape the admit to to ta kille peddling gure, biki gure, koledu in order to sustain his or her dose. Kaya market la rate to bishi ase sunflower ekta khaini da ba to I think it costs 3,500 in ekta wo to ek full blown de jaisu guli du itu ekta du khai dibu do ekjun do to suppose a student the pocket money kiman pawo gorwa ek din de at the most 200-300 itu pawo do to ekta dose de tai 500 in chula ase do so in order to sustain his addiction na by hook or by crook na tai bi manu la chor kuro mon nai manu ge rob kuro mon nai so the best way to tai ke ase tai bal bra jaine bichi kini lo to ani gine rakhi gine bikir kule tai lap tu tai khao paribo nya woni tai la sustain guru ba ne na to itu du law enforcement kan ta kan khali ta kana duty e class e itu no hoide apni moi la bi ase itu responsibility do kane itu du mo society de effect kura do to society de effect kura se youngster kan effect kura se to itia hotspot to dimapur ase yate asaman yate wa aye yate wa dispatch kure to inia wadu ke ase gule du o khamanu du bishi thaga ase do itu ane demand do aye ase do demand ase to supply to aye ase do to for example itia Chumou de rasta side te beragor bishi ula ase do to tadi ki pae chana motor pani dosa la kya kande mudu pai do itu kile bishi ula ase beragor instead of story building RCC gor no hoine khali jaga tha kandu khali jaga de kile garage khan na ulai alag dokan khan na ulai kha manu bishi tagi asu do demand tu tagi asu do to supply tu ahi asu do to itu do khali law enforcement na kam ekla takan la duty ekla ase itu du no hoido to aji la din commemorate kore ase International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking to itu hole do mogami mogala Cdun la purpose ekta do ki ase kole do we just want to pass a message that there is life beyond addiction itu de focus kore ase that means for example Mount Everest apni han ek bar bhi climb kuri sana hai apni han ek bar bhi dawai kha sana hai to dawai kha sana hai gole dawai la test tu kini ase nole life te apni ani se kha sana hai to ani se la test tu kini ase can you describe in words khad nya ita si nya ko parbo ko na paru do ta la test tu kini ase kun khai se ta exactly test tu jane do so mohan la message tu ki ase it's better to hear from the horse mouth na so we can there's a famous slogan it is in giving that we receive it to get aro ekta koi we can only give what we have so what we have been into Mount Everest te utishe to tate uthya ta make to kini ase want to experience to kurishi do uthya bi utishe namia bi namishi do to drug kha do kini ase ngon itu taste to jane aro kina feel gure itu jane do to itu do mukambi ulawo charibo pare hole do apni kun holi suffer ko asole paribo itu focus kora je thank you
in reply to your question, do you think that supply route will be able to stop completely? It's possible or not? It's never possible. Now, supply as long as demand is there, supply route to Aitago. Here would be death sentence 30 Aiwo. Now, even in the Arab countries, death sentence would be 30 Dawai to Padi. So, in an example, it is Kendall Paina Napai, Dukan Gande. Napa Usito. Why? Demand khatam ho jaise to na so the war on drugs should be not focused only in the supply chain stop kuru na demand stop kuru tate 80% tate focus kuru se to I think the supply quantity will automatically get down so the focus should be more on the demand na demand generation the bond group automatically and not just the department not just the government every society every church every NCS or NGO they have to pay their part na it is all contribute to na it's government naga effort part to kita be demand supply or demand generation the bond group na paru so we need all the public the naga people is all to come out na it's one on drug means one on drug so effort that to demand to bond group the supply will automatically stop you feel like it so ki hore to mugan demand to stop group paribo tate focus kore sob effort dise to is possible na itu feel like
to viewers apni khan itia briefing de la to huni paise ide briefing de khan to nino tochi shitai to president se Cdun aro niba kezi shitai to general secretary ase Nagaland users network laga se taijun barbe bal ba ami han gi janai dishe ki drug addict khan gi do society khan bra alak kuri de aro tahan etu laga stigma thaki ne eki logode society logode bi mingle nokure ko ase etu to ekta disease ase aro ami khan sob overcome kuro lage koine ase aro regarding supplying of drugs etu drugs khan do kile eniga supply continuously Nagaland stop no hoini di ase kule to consumer bi bishi ase edu gane etu khali law enforcing agencies khan ekla no hoigine ami khan civil societies khan ba bi mudot koine etu stop kuro lage koine ase aro ta khan ba bi janai di ase ki etu organization to stop drug addict recover kura khan ase koine ase ta khan ba bi ko ase ki we are a living example aro mohan laga example bra itia kun kun addict thagi ne overcome kurule na para khan gibi tahan motivate kurule munjai koine ase aro it is possible to overcome drug addict koine ase apni khan kiba modot lagi ase guli bi tahan laga office ti bi aine approach kone tahan laga modot bi tahan laga advice bi lobby koine bi tahan ba janai di ase ajigani man ase for more news and update keep watching Global Window. This is your reporter Yaumla with my camera person Anung Jamir reporting from Peace Center Chumou District.